You know what's fascinating? Right now, at this very moment, you are enough, you are complete, you are whole. And yet, how many of us spend our entire lives searching for something outside of ourselves to make us feel complete? We look for it in relationships, in jobs, in possessions, in achievements, in other people's approval. We keep thinking that if we just get that one thing, if we just reach that goal, if we just find that person, then finally we'll feel like we've arrived. Then finally we'll know our purpose. Then finally we'll feel worthy. But here's the truth that can set you free right now. What you're looking for isn't out there. It never was. Everything you need, everything you're meant to be, everything you're meant to do is already inside you. It's been there all along. You were born with it. You came into this world with a unique set of gifts, talents, abilities, and a purpose that only you can fulfill. Nobody else can do what you're here to do. Nobody else has your exact combination of experiences, insights, and capabilities. Think about an acorn for a moment. Inside that tiny seed is everything it needs to become a mighty oak tree. The oak tree isn't somewhere out there that the acorn has to go find. It's not hiding in the forest waiting to be located. The oak tree is already within the acorn. All the acorn needs to do is what comes naturally. It doesn't struggle, it doesn't doubt itself. It doesn't look at other acorns and think, maybe I should become a pine tree instead. It simply allows what's already inside to emerge and grow. It trusts the process. It trusts its own nature. You are exactly like that acorn. Everything you're meant to become is already encoded within you. Your purpose isn't something you need to find. It's something you need to allow. It's something you need to trust. It's something you need to stop resisting and start expressing. But somewhere along the way, most of us forgot this fundamental truth. We started believing that we're not enough as we are. We started thinking that our worth depends on external validation. We started looking outside ourselves for answers that can only be found within. When you were born, you didn't doubt yourself. You didn't question your worth. You didn't wonder if you were good enough. You simply were. You expressed yourself freely. When you were hungry, you cried. When you were happy, you laughed. When you wanted to move, you moved. You were completely authentic, completely yourself, without apology or hesitation. You trusted your instincts completely. You knew what you needed and you asked for it. You knew what brought you joy and you pursued it. You were connected to your inner guidance system and you followed it without question. But then something happened. You started getting messages from the world around you. Messages that said you should be different. Messages that said you should fit in. Messages that said you should follow the rules, color inside the lines, be practical, be realistic, stop dreaming so much. You learned that love and approval were conditional. You learned that you had to perform in certain ways to be accepted. You learned that your natural impulses couldn't always be trusted. And slowly, gradually, you disconnected from that inner knowing. You stopped listening to that voice inside you that knows exactly who you are and what you're meant to do. Now, years later, you find yourself searching for something that you already have. You find yourself trying to become someone that you already are. You find yourself looking for a purpose that's been waiting patiently inside you all along, just hoping you'll notice it. And the beautiful thing is, it's not too late. It doesn't matter how long you've been disconnected from your true self. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns you think you've taken. It doesn't matter how much time you feel you've wasted. Your purpose is still there. Your gifts are still there. Your authentic self is still there, waiting for you to come home. The search outside yourself will never satisfy you because what you're truly seeking cannot be found in external circumstances. You can accumulate all the success in the world, and if you're not connected to your inner truth, you'll still feel empty. You can have all the recognition, all the money, all the possessions, and still feel like something's missing, because what's missing isn't a thing. What's missing is the connection to yourself. What's missing is the recognition that you already are what you've been trying to become. When you understand that your purpose is within you, everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop struggling, you stop trying to force things to happen. Instead, you start allowing, you start listening, you start trusting. You begin to notice the gentle nudges from within. You pay attention to what brings you alive. You follow your curiosity. You honor your interests. You express your unique perspective. You share your gifts without needing permission or validation from anyone else. Your purpose isn't some grand cosmic assignment that you need to decode. It's much simpler than that. Your purpose is to be yourself. Your purpose is to express what wants to be expressed through you. Your purpose is to share your unique light with the world. It might show up as art. as teaching, as healing, as building, as nurturing, as creating, as serving. It might look different in different seasons of your life, but the common thread is always the same. It feels aligned. It feels true. It feels like you're being yourself, not trying to be someone else. You see, the world doesn't need another person trying to be someone they're not. The world has enough people playing it safe, following the crowd, doing what they think they should do instead of what they feel called to do. The world needs you to be you. The world needs your unique expression. There's a space in this universe that only you can fill. There's a contribution that only you can make. There's a song that only you can sing. And when you hold back that expression, when you deny your authentic self, when you keep searching outside yourself for what's already within, you're not just depriving yourself of fulfillment, you're depriving the world of your gifts. Think about the people who have inspired you most in your life. Were they inspiring because they were trying to be like someone else? Were they inspiring because they followed the safe path? Were they inspiring because they sought everyone's approval? No. They were inspiring because they were authentically themselves. They were inspiring because they trusted their inner guidance. They were inspiring because they expressed what was true for them, even when it was scary, even when it was different, even when others didn't understand. That's what the world is hungry for. That's what touches people. That's what creates real change. Not people who have it all figured out, not people who are perfect, not people who never struggle or doubt, but people who are willing to be real. People who are willing to be vulnerable, people who are willing to show up as their authentic selves, imperfections and all. And here's what's so freeing about this. When you stop trying to be something you're not, life gets so much easier. The struggle isn't in being yourself. The struggle is in trying to be someone else. The struggle is in trying to meet everyone else's expectations. The struggle is in looking outside yourself for validation. When you come home to yourself, when you reconnect with your inner truth, there's a natural ease that emerges. Things start to flow, doors start to open, opportunities start to appear. Not because you're forcing them, but because you're finally aligned with who you really are. This doesn't mean that challenges disappear. It doesn't mean that everything becomes effortless. But it means that even when things are difficult, you're facing those difficulties as your authentic self. You're not adding the extra burden of pretending to be someone you're not. You're not carrying the weight of trying to live up to external expectations. You're simply being yourself and dealing with life from that place of truth. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be thinking, but I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I'm meant to do. I don't feel connected to any inner guidance, and that's okay. That's actually a perfect place to start, because the very fact that you're aware of that disconnection means you're ready to reconnect. The very fact that you're searching means something inside you is waking up. The way back to yourself isn't complicated. It doesn't require years of therapy or meditation or soul searching, although those things can certainly help. The way back to yourself simply requires that you start paying attention. Start noticing what lights you up. Start noticing what feels true for you. Start noticing when you feel most alive, most authentic, most yourself. Start noticing what you do that makes time disappear. Start noticing what you care about, what moves you, what makes you feel passionate. And equally important, start noticing what drains you. Start noticing what feels false. Start noticing when you're pretending, when you're performing, when you're trying to be someone you're not. Start noticing what you do out of obligation versus what you do out of genuine desire. These observations are like breadcrumbs leading you back home to yourself. You also need to start questioning the beliefs you've been carrying. So many of the things we believe about ourselves aren't even our own beliefs. They're beliefs we absorb from our parents, our teachers, our culture, our past experiences. We heard them so many times that we started accepting them as truth. But they're not truth. They're just thoughts. And thoughts can be changed. Maybe you've been believing that you're not creative. But is that really true? Or did someone once tell you that and you just accepted it? Maybe you've been believing that you're not good enough. But is that really true? Or is that just a story you've been telling yourself based on some past experiences? Maybe you've been believing that you need to have everything figured out before you can start. But is that really true? Or is that just fear disguising itself as practicality? When you start questioning these beliefs, when you start seeing them for what they are, just thoughts and not truths, you create space for something new. You create space for your authentic self to emerge. You create space for your inner guidance to be heard. You create space for your purpose to reveal itself. And here's something crucial to understand. Your purpose doesn't have to be something big and grand and world-changing. It doesn't have to be your job or your career. It doesn't have to be something that makes you famous or wealthy or recognized. Your purpose is simply about being true to yourself and expressing that truth in whatever ways feel right to you. It might be as simple as bringing kindness to everyone you meet. It might be about creating beauty in small ways. It might be about raising your children with love and consciousness. It might be about being fully present in whatever work you do, no matter what that work is. The mistake so many people make is thinking that purpose has to be something spectacular. They think they have to start a movement or change the world or do something that's never been done before. And while some people are called to those kinds of expressions, most of us are called to something much more ordinary and yet equally important. We're called to simply be ourselves, to share our unique gifts in our own unique ways, to touch the lives that we're meant to touch. You don't need to compare your purpose to anyone else's. You don't need to make your purpose bigger or smaller or different than it is. You just need to honor it. You just need to express it. You just need to trust it. Because when you're living from your authentic self, when you're expressing what's true for you, you're fulfilling your purpose. It's that simple. And something magical happens when you start living this way. You stop feeling like you're searching for something. You stop feeling like something's missing. You stop feeling like you need to prove yourself or become someone different. You feel complete exactly as you are. You feel peaceful. You feel purposeful. Not because you've achieved some external goal, but because you're finally being yourself. This is the greatest freedom there is. This is what all the searching has really been about. Not finding something outside yourself, but remembering what's inside yourself. Not becoming someone new, but returning to who you've always been underneath all the conditioning and beliefs and fears. Not discovering some hidden purpose, but allowing your natural purpose to express itself. You came into this world with everything you need. You came in whole and complete and perfect just as you are. And yes, you're meant to grow and evolve and learn and change. But that growth doesn't happen by trying to become someone you're not. That growth happens by becoming more fully yourself. It happens by peeling away the layers of false beliefs and conditioning and fear that have covered up your true nature. It happens by remembering what you knew when you were born, that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you are here for a reason. Think about how much energy you've been spending on the search. Think about how exhausting it's been trying to find yourself outside yourself. Think about how much stress you've experienced trying to meet everyone else's expectations. Think about how much anxiety you felt wondering if you're on the right path. Now think about what would happen if you took all that energy and redirected it inward. What would happen if instead of searching, you simply listened? What would happen if instead of trying to become something, you simply allowed yourself to be? The answers you seek are not in another book, another seminar, another person, another achievement. The answers are in the quiet moments when you stop all the seeking and simply be with yourself. The answers are in that still small voice inside that's been trying to get your attention all along. The answers are in the feelings that arise when you do something that truly matters to you. The answers are in the peace you feel when you stop pretending and start being real. And yes, listening to that inner voice requires courage. Being yourself in a world that's constantly trying to make you into someone else requires courage. Following your own path when everyone else thinks you should follow theirs requires courage. But here's what I want you to understand. You already have that courage. It's inside you right now. It's part of what you were born with. You've used it before, even if you don't remember. You used it when you were a child and you expressed yourself freely. You've used it every time you've been true to yourself, even in small ways. The courage isn't something you need to find or develop or create. It's something you need to trust. It's something you need to access. It's something that emerges naturally when you connect with your authentic self. Because your authentic self isn't afraid. Your authentic self knows its worth. Your authentic self trusts the process of life. It's only the false self, the conditioned self, the self that's been taught to doubt and fear and play small, that feels afraid. When you connect with who you really are, fear doesn't disappear, but it no longer controls you. You feel the fear and you move forward anyway. You feel the doubt and you trust yourself anyway. You feel the uncertainty and you take the next step anyway. Because you're connected to something larger than your fear. You're connected to your truth. You're connected to your purpose. You're connected to the part of you that knows you're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, becoming exactly who you're meant to become. And let me tell you something else that's important. This isn't a destination. This isn't something you achieve once and then you're done. This is a practice. This is a daily choice. This is a constant returning to yourself. Because life will still throw challenges at you. People will still have opinions about how you should live. Circumstances will still arise that test you. And in those moments, you'll have a choice. You can abandon yourself and go back to seeking outside yourself, or you can come home to yourself and trust what's within. Every time you choose to trust yourself, you strengthen that connection. Every time you choose to express your truth, you honor your purpose. Every time you choose to be authentic, you become more fully yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's not about never doubting or never struggling. It's about choosing yourself over and over again. It's about remembering over and over again that what you seek is not out there, but in here. You know, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is moving from asking, what should I do, to asking, who am I? Because when you know who you are, what you should do becomes obvious. When you're connected to your authentic self, your choices become clear. When you're aligned with your inner truth, your path reveals itself. You don't need someone else to tell you what to do. You don't need another self-help book or another guru or another system. You need to listen to yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to be yourself. And here's the beautiful paradox. When you stop searching for your purpose and start being yourself, your purpose finds you. When you stop trying to figure out what you're meant to do and start doing what feels true, your path unfolds. When you stop looking outside yourself for validation and start validating yourself from within, everything you've been seeking starts showing up. Not because you finally found it out there, but because you finally allowed it to emerge from within. This is available to you right now, not someday when you have more clarity, not someday when you feel more ready, not someday when circumstances are better. Right now, in this moment, you can choose to stop the endless searching and start being. You can choose to stop trying to become someone else and start expressing who you are. You can choose to stop looking for your purpose out there and start living your purpose from within. What would that look like for you? What would it feel like to trust yourself completely? What would it feel like to express yourself fully? What would it feel like to know, without a doubt, that you are enough exactly as you are? What would it feel like to live from that place of inner knowing rather than external validation? What would change in your life if you finally came home to yourself? These aren't rhetorical questions. These are invitations. Invitations to feel into your truth. Invitations to connect with your authentic self. Invitations to remember what you've always known but perhaps forgotten, that you are whole, you are complete, you are enough, and everything you need is already within you. The oak tree doesn't search for its oakness, the river doesn't search for its flow, the sun doesn't search for its light. They simply are what they are. They simply express what they're meant to express. They simply fulfill their purpose by being themselves. And you can do the same. You can stop searching and start being. You can stop trying and start allowing. You can stop forcing and start flowing. This doesn't mean you become passive. This doesn't mean you stop growing or learning or evolving. This means you stop struggling against yourself. This means you stop trying to be someone you're not. This means you align yourself with your true nature and allow that nature to guide you. There's tremendous power in this. There's tremendous peace in this. There's tremendous purpose in this. When you live this way, you stop needing life to be different than it is. You stop needing yourself to be different than you are. You stop needing other people to validate you or complete you or give you permission to be yourself. You become free. Not free from challenges or responsibilities or difficulties, but free to face all of life as your authentic self. Free to express your truth. Free to live your purpose. Free to be who you really are. And what you'll find when you live this way is that life supports you. Not in some magical, everything becomes perfect kind of way, but in a real, tangible, you start noticing synchronicities and opportunities kind of way. When you're aligned with your authentic self, you naturally attract people and circumstances that resonate with that authenticity. When you're expressing your truth, you naturally find outlets for that expression. When you're being yourself, life has a way of working with you rather than against you. This is not about wishful thinking or positive affirmations or pretending everything is fine when it's not. This is about something much more fundamental. This is about aligning with the truth of who you are. This is about recognizing that you are not separate from the creative intelligence that runs through all of life. You are an expression of that intelligence. You are a unique manifestation of the same force that grows trees and moves planets and beats your heart without you having to think about it. That force is within you right now. That intelligence is accessible to you in every moment. That creative power is yours to use, not by manipulating or controlling or forcing, but by allowing and trusting and expressing. Your job is not to figure it all out. Your job is not to have all the answers. Your job is simply to be yourself. And let that universal intelligence work through you in its own unique way. This is why searching outside yourself will never work. Because what you're looking for is not an object or a person or a circumstance. What you're looking for is a connection to yourself, a connection to your truth, a connection to the part of you that knows why you're here and what you're meant to express. And that connection can only be made by turning inward, by getting quiet, by listening, by trusting, by being. So I invite you now to stop. Stop the endless searching. Stop the constant trying. Stop the exhausting effort to become someone you think you should be. Stop looking outside yourself for what can only be found within. Just stop. And in that stopping, in that stillness, in that silence, listen. Listen to the voice that's been trying to get your attention all along. Listen to the yearnings of your heart. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Listen to the knowing of your soul. What is it telling you? What does it want to express? What does it need you to know? What is it calling you to do or be or create or share? Don't dismiss it. Don't judge it. Don't tell yourself it's not practical or possible or good enough. Just listen. Just receive. Just allow. Because in that listening, in that receiving, in that allowing, you'll find what you've been searching for all along. You'll find yourself. You'll find your purpose. You'll find your peace. Not because you finally located it somewhere outside yourself, but because you finally remembered it was inside yourself all along. You are not broken. You do not need fixing. You do not need to become someone else. You need to remember who you are. You need to reconnect with your truth. You need to express what's been waiting to be expressed. You need to trust what's been waiting to be trusted. You need to be what you've always been underneath all the conditioning and fear and doubt. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your life. And it's waiting for you to show up fully, authentically, courageously as yourself. Not the self you think you should be, not the self others expect you to be, but the self you truly are. The self that knows, the self that trusts, the self that's whole and complete and enough exactly as it is. Stop searching. Start being. Stop trying. Start allowing. Stop forcing. Start flowing. Stop doubting. Start trusting. Stop pretending. Start expressing. The answer is within you. The purpose is within you. The peace is within you. Everything you've been looking for is within you. It always has been. It always will be. You just need to come home to yourself and let it emerge. That's all that's required. That's all that's ever been required. Not a grand search, not a difficult journey, just a simple return. A return to yourself, a return to your truth. A return to the knowing that you are enough, that you are whole, that you are exactly who and what you need to be. Right here, right now, in this moment, always. Something magnificent is happening in your life right now, at this very moment. You may not see it yet, you may not feel it yet, but there is a shift taking place in the invisible world that is about to become visible in your physical reality. The universe is conspiring on your behalf. God is preparing something so beautiful, so perfect, so beyond what your mind can comprehend, that when it arrives, you will fall to your knees in gratitude. You see, there's a power in this universe that wants you to succeed. There's an intelligence that wants you to thrive. There's a loving presence that wants to shower you with blessings beyond measure. But here's what most people don't understand. You have to align yourself with this power. You have to become a vibrational match to the miracles that are waiting for you. Right now, in this moment, you are standing at the edge of a breakthrough. Everything that has happened in your life up until this point has been preparing you for what's coming. Next. Every struggle, every setback, every disappointment, every tear you've cried, every night you couldn't sleep, every moment you felt alone, all of it was shaping you, molding you, preparing you for the greatness that is about to unfold. But you have to understand something crucial. The way you've been thinking, the way you've been living, the way you've been approaching your life, that has to change. You cannot continue doing the same things and expect different results. You cannot continue thinking the same thoughts and expect a different life. You cannot continue being the same person and expect transformation. God is about to surprise you, but you have to be ready to receive the surprise. You have to open your hands, open your heart, open your mind to possibilities that you've never considered before. You have to be willing to let go of the old story you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. For years, you've been carrying around beliefs that don't serve you. You've been holding on to ideas about yourself that were given to you by other people. Your parents, your teachers, your friends, society, they all told you who you were supposed to be. They told you what was possible for you. They told you what you could achieve and what was out of your reach. And you believed them. You took those beliefs and you made them your own. You built a life around those limitations. But those beliefs are not the truth. They are just thoughts. And thoughts can be changed. Every single thought you think is creating your reality. Every single thought is sending out a vibration into the universe, and the universe is responding to that vibration. If you're thinking thoughts of lack, you'll experience lack. If you're thinking thoughts of limitation, you'll experience limitation. If you're thinking thoughts of fear, you'll experience fear. But here's the beautiful truth. If you think thoughts of abundance, you'll experience abundance. If you think thoughts of possibility, you'll experience possibility. If you think thoughts of love, you'll experience love. It's that simple. It's a law of the universe. It's how everything works. God is not separate from you. God is not some old man sitting on a throne in the sky judging you. God is the very essence of who you are. God is the life force that flows through you. God is the intelligence that beats your heart without you having to think about it. God is the power that grows your hair, digests your food, heals your wounds. God is the creative force that exists within you right now. And this God force within you wants to express itself. It wants to create through you. It wants to manifest miracles through you. It wants to use you as an instrument of divine expression. But you have to get out of the way. You have to stop blocking the flow with your limited thinking. You have to stop interfering with the natural unfolding of your destiny with your doubts and your fears and your worries. Your life is about to change forever, but you have to make a decision. You have to decide right now, in this moment, that you are going to trust. You are going to trust that there is a power greater than yourself that is working on your behalf. You are going to trust that everything is happening for your highest good. You are going to trust that even when things don't make sense, even when things look like they're falling apart, they are actually falling into place. Think about your life right now. Think about all the things you're worried about. Think about all the problems you're facing. Think about all the challenges that seem insurmountable. Now, I want you to understand something. Those problems, those challenges, those obstacles, they are not there to defeat you. They are there to develop you. They are there to make you stronger. They are there to prepare you for the next level of your life. You cannot have a testimony without a test. You cannot have a victory without a battle. You cannot have a breakthrough without something to break through. So instead of cursing your challenges, start blessing them. Instead of resenting your struggles, start appreciating them. They are the very things that are going to catapult you into your destiny. God is about to surprise you with opportunities you never expected. God is about to open doors that you thought were permanently closed. God is about to bring people into your life who will change everything. God is about to shift circumstances in your favor. God is about to turn your mess into your message. God is about to turn your pain into your purpose. God is about to turn your test into your testimony. But you have to do your part. You have to align yourself with this divine flow. You have to become the person who is ready to receive these blessings. You can't stay the same and expect your life to change. You have to change first. You have to become the change you want to see in your life. This means you have to change your thoughts. You have to become vigilant about what you allow into your mind. You have to stop entertaining thoughts that don't serve your highest good. When a thought of fear comes in, replace it with a thought of faith. When a thought of doubt comes in, replace it with a thought of trust. When a thought of lack comes in, replace it with a thought of abundance. You have to understand that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a creator of your circumstances. Everything in your life is there because on some level, you invited it. On some level, you matched the vibration of it. On some level, you believed it was possible for you. So if you don't like what you're experiencing, change your vibration, change your thoughts, change your beliefs. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know how hard things are for me. And you're right. I don't know your specific situation. But I know this. There are people who have been through worse than you who have created beautiful lives. There are people who started with less than you who have achieved more than you can currently comprehend. There are people who faced obstacles bigger than yours who overcame them and went on to do extraordinary things. What made the difference for them? They made a decision. They decided that their circumstances were not going to define them. They decided that their past was not going to determine their future. They decided that no matter what happened to them, no matter what they went through, no matter how many times they failed, they were going to keep going. They were going to keep believing. They were going to keep trusting that something better was possible. And that's the decision you need to make right now. You need to decide that your life is going to change, not hope that it will change, not wish that it would change. Decide that it will change. Make a commitment to yourself that you are going to do whatever it takes to create the life you desire. God is about to surprise you, but surprises come to those who are expecting them. Surprises come to those who are living in a state of anticipation. Surprises come to those who believe that good things are always happening for them. So, start living with expectancy. Start looking for the good. Start believing that miracles are your natural state of being. You know what's been holding you back? It's not lack of resources. It's not lack of opportunity. It's not lack of talent or ability. What's been holding you back is lack of belief. You haven't fully believed that you deserve the life you desire. You haven't fully believed that you are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. You haven't fully believed that you are a divine being capable of creating miracles. But you are. You are a child of the Most High. You are made in the image and likeness of the Creator. You have the same creative power that created the universe flowing through you right now. You have the ability to transform your life completely. You have the power to manifest anything you desire. You have the capacity to become anything you choose to become. The only thing stopping you is you. The only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't have it. It's the excuses you keep making. It's the reasons you keep giving for why things are the way they are. It's the blame you keep placing on other people or circumstances or your past. But here's what I want you to understand. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. The moment you stop blaming and start claiming, everything shifts. The moment you realize that you have the power to create your reality, you become unstoppable. Your life is about to change forever because you are about to change forever. You are about to step into a new level of consciousness. You are about to see yourself and your life from a completely different perspective. You are about to realize that you are not separate from God. You are an expression of God. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. This means that everything you need is already within you. You don't have to go looking for it outside of yourself. You don't have to wait for someone else to give it to you. You don't have to prove yourself worthy of it. It's already yours. It's your birthright. It's your natural inheritance as a spiritual being having a human experience. But you have to claim it. You have to step into it. You have to own it. You have to start living as if it's already true. You have to start thinking as if you already have what you desire. You have to start feeling as if your dreams have already come true. You have to start acting as if you are already the person you want to become. This is not being fake. This is not pretending. This is aligning yourself with the truth of who you really are. The truth is that you are already whole, already complete, already perfect. You are just remembering who you are. You are just removing the layers of false beliefs that have been covering up your true nature. God is about to surprise you with the realization that you never needed to be fixed. You were never broken. You were just asleep. You were just believing in a dream of limitation. You were just convinced that you were small and powerless and insignificant. But you are none of those things. You are vast and powerful and significant. You are a miracle walking on this earth. And the greatest surprise of all is that you get to choose your reality. You get to decide how your story unfolds. You get to write the script of your life. Nobody else has that power over you unless you give it to them. Nobody else can tell you what your life should look like unless you allow them to. Nobody else can limit your potential unless you agree with their limitations. So stop agreeing with anything that doesn't match the life you want to create. Stop accepting anything less than what you truly desire. Stop settling for a life that doesn't light you up, that doesn't excite you, that doesn't make you feel alive. You deserve more. You are worthy of more. You are capable of more. Your life is about to change forever, and the change begins with a simple shift in your thinking. It begins with the decision to see yourself differently. It begins with the choice to believe in possibilities that you've been dismissing. It begins with the willingness to let go of the old you and step into the new you. Who is this new you? This new you is confident. This new you is bold. This new you is fearless. This new you trusts the process of life. This new you knows that everything is always working out for their highest good. This new you doesn't worry about how things are going to happen. This new you just focuses on what they want and trusts that the universe will handle the details. This new you doesn't need validation from others. This new you doesn't need approval from the world. This new you doesn't need permission to be great. This new you just is great. This new you knows their worth. This new you knows their value. This new you knows their power. And here's what happens when you step into this new version of yourself. Your external reality begins to match your internal reality. The world around you begins to reflect the world within you. Opportunities start appearing out of nowhere. People start showing up who can help you. Resources start flowing to you. Doors start opening that you didn't even know existed. This is not magic. This is not luck. This is universal law. This is how energy works. When you change your vibration, you change what you attract. When you change your thoughts, you change your reality. When you change your beliefs, you change your life. God is about to surprise you because you are about to become a different person. You are about to operate from a different level of consciousness. You are about to see with new eyes and hear with new ears and feel with a new heart. You are about to experience life in a way you never have before. And this experience is going to be so beautiful, so fulfilling, so joyful that you're going to wonder why you waited so long to make this shift. You're going to look back on your life and you're going to see that everything, absolutely everything, was perfectly orchestrated to bring you to this moment. You're going to see that there were no mistakes. You're going to see that there were no accidents. You're going to see that everything was exactly as it needed to be. But you're not going to wait until later to appreciate your life. You're going to start appreciating it right now. You're going to start being grateful for everything you have right now. You're going to start celebrating your life right now. Because gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to more blessings. Appreciation is the magnet that attracts more things to appreciate. When you focus on what you have, you get more of what you have. When you focus on what you lack, you get more of what you lack. So start focusing on the good in your life. Start noticing all the blessings that are already present. Start acknowledging all the ways that God has already been taking care of you. You have air to breathe. You have a heart that beats. You have eyes that see. You have ears that hear. You have the ability to think and feel and create. You have so much to be grateful for. And when you start from a place of gratitude, everything shifts. Your energy shifts. Your vibration shifts. Your reality shifts. God is about to surprise you with an avalanche of blessings. God is about to pour out favor upon your life in ways you never expected. God is about to show you what it means to be truly loved, truly supported, truly cared for by the universe. But you have to be ready. You have to be open. You have to be receptive. This means you have to let go of control. You have to stop trying to force things to happen. You have to stop trying to manipulate outcomes. You have to stop trying to figure everything out with your logical mind. Your logical mind is limited. Your logical mind only knows what it's already experienced. Your logical mind cannot comprehend the miracles that are about to unfold in your life. So you have to learn to trust your intuition. You have to learn to follow your inner guidance. You have to learn to listen to that still small voice within you that knows the way. That voice is God speaking to you. That voice is your higher self guiding you. That voice is the wisdom of the universe flowing through you. When you follow that voice, you can't go wrong. When you trust that guidance, you will always be led to your highest good. When you surrender to that flow, life becomes effortless. Things start happening for you instead of to you. Synchronicities become the norm. Miracles become your everyday experience. Your life is about to change forever because you are about to stop living from your ego and start living from your spirit. Your ego is the part of you that's afraid, that doubts, that worries, that believes in separation. Your spirit is the part of you that knows you are one with all that is, that trusts completely, that lives in peace, that believes in infinite possibilities. When you live from your spirit, you access a power that the ego cannot comprehend. When you live from your spirit, you tap into a source of creativity and inspiration that never runs dry. When you live from your spirit, you become a channel for divine expression. You become a vessel for miracles. You become a conduit for love and light and healing in this world. And that's what God is calling you to do. God is calling you to step up. God is calling you to rise up. God is calling you to show up as the magnificent being that you truly are. God is calling you to stop hiding, stop playing small, stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. The world needs you to shine. The world needs your gifts. The world needs your unique expression. There is something that only you can do. There is something that only you can contribute. There is a way that only you can touch hearts and change lives. And if you don't step into that, if you don't claim that, if you don't live that, the world will be missing something precious. God is about to surprise you by showing you the magnitude of your impact. God is about to show you how many lives you've touched without even knowing it. God is about to show you how much you matter. God is about to show you that you are not insignificant. You are not unimportant. You are not just one person among billions. You are a unique expression of the divine. You are irreplaceable. You are invaluable. You are loved beyond measure. And when you truly grasp this, when you truly understand this, when you truly feel this in every cell of your being, your life will never be the same. You will walk differently. You will talk differently. You will carry yourself differently. You will make decisions differently. You will relate to others differently. You will experience life differently because you will know who you are. You will know whose you are. You will know that you are a beloved child of the universe, here for a purpose, here for a reason, here to make a difference. And that difference starts with you. It starts with how you treat yourself. It starts with how you talk to yourself. It starts with how you think about yourself. You cannot give to others what you don't have yourself. You cannot love others if you don't love yourself. You cannot help others if you're not helping yourself first. So make yourself a priority. Take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. Honor yourself. Respect yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat someone you love deeply. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to your best friend. Think about yourself the way you would think about someone you admire. This is not selfish, this is self-love. And self-love is the foundation of everything. When you love yourself, you raise your vibration. When you honor yourself, you tell the universe that you are worthy. When you take care of yourself, you model for others how they should treat you. God is about to surprise you with relationships that honor you, support you, celebrate you. God is about to remove people from your life who drain you, diminish you, discourage you. God is about to surround you with a tribe of like-minded souls who believe in you, who see your potential, who encourage your growth. But first, you have to become that person for yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to see your own potential. You have to encourage your own growth. You cannot wait for others to validate you. You cannot wait for others to tell you that you're worthy. You cannot wait for others to give you permission to be great. You have to validate yourself. You have to affirm your own worth. You have to give yourself permission to be everything you were created to be. And when you do this, when you step into your power, when you own your magnificence, the right people will show up. The right opportunities will appear. The right circumstances will align. Your life is about to change forever because you are about to remember who you really are. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not your doubts. You are not your limitations. Those are just experiences you've had. They are not who you are. Who you are is pure potential. Who you are is infinite possibility. Who you are is unlimited creativity. Who you are is boundless love. Who you are is divine expression. Who you are is a miracle. And miracles don't struggle. Miracles don't worry. Miracles don't doubt. Miracles just happen naturally when you align yourself with your true nature. So align yourself. Line up with the truth of who you are. Stop fighting against the current of life. Stop resisting what is. Stop pushing and forcing and trying so hard. Instead, flow, allow, receive, trust, surrender, let go. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the need to know how things are going to work out. Let go of the need to have all the answers. Let go of the need to be right. Let go of the need to prove yourself. Let go of the need to be perfect. Just be. Just be yourself. Just be present. Just be open. Just be willing. Just be available for the miracles that are trying to find you, because they are trying to find you. They are knocking on your door. They are waiting for you to answer. They are ready to flood into your life, but you have to open the door. You have to say yes. You have to be willing to receive. So many people pray for blessings, but then when the blessings come, they don't recognize them. They're looking for blessings to show up in a certain way, in a certain form, at a certain time, but blessings often come disguised as something else. Sometimes a blessing looks like a closed door. Sometimes a blessing looks like a loss. Sometimes a blessing looks like a setback. Sometimes a blessing looks like a challenge, but it's still a blessing because it's redirecting you, protecting you, preparing you for something better. God is about to surprise you by showing you that what you thought was a curse was actually a blessing. What you thought was the worst thing that ever happened to you was actually the best thing that ever happened to you. What you thought was ruining your life was actually saving your life. You just couldn't see it at the time. You couldn't understand it at the time. But now you're going to see it. Now you're going to understand it. Now you're going to look back and you're going to say, thank God that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Thank God that door closed. Thank God that person left. Thank God that job ended. Because if it hadn't, I wouldn't be where I am now. And where you are now is exactly where you need to be. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing out. You are right on time. Everything is unfolding in divine timing. Everything is happening in perfect order. Everything is working together for your good. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's timeline. Stop thinking you should be further along than you are. You are exactly where you need to be right now. And where you're going is going to blow your mind. God is about to surprise you with opportunities that exceed your expectations. God is about to open doors that are bigger than you imagined. God is about to bless you in ways that are better than you prayed for. God is about to give you the desires of your heart and then some. But you have to maintain your faith. You have to keep believing even when you don't see evidence yet. You have to keep trusting even when things look impossible. You have to keep hoping even when everyone around you has given up hope. Because your faith is what creates your reality. Your belief is what manifests your desires. Your trust is what allows the miracles to unfold. And they are unfolding right now. Even if you can't see them yet, they are happening. Behind the scenes, in the invisible realm, things are being arranged on your behalf. Pieces are being moved into place. People are being positioned. Circumstances are being orchestrated. Everything is being set up for your breakthrough. You are standing on the edge of a miracle. You are about to witness the supernatural working in your life. You are about to experience things that defy logic, that defy explanation, that defy understanding. You are about to see the hand of God moving in your situation. But you have to stay in faith. You have to keep your vibration high. You have to guard your thoughts. You have to protect your energy. You have to be careful what you allow into your consciousness. Don't watch the news all day. Don't listen to negative people all day. Don't rehearse your problems all day. Instead, focus on solutions. Focus on possibilities. Focus on what's going right in your life. Focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on the good that you want to create. What you focus on expands. What you give attention to grows. So give your attention to what you want more of. Your life is about to change forever, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be more than you hoped for. It's going to be better than you dreamed. It's going to be beyond anything you could have planned or orchestrated on your own. Because when God surprises you, it's always exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. So get ready. Prepare yourself. Open your heart. Expand your mind. Raise your expectations, because something amazing is about to happen. Your breakthrough is coming. Your miracle is on the way. Your blessing is about to manifest. Your life is about to change forever. And when it does, remember this moment. Remember when you were struggling, when you were doubting, when you were wondering if things would ever get better. Remember so that you can encourage others. Remember so that you can testify to the goodness of God. Remember so that you can help others believe that miracles are possible for them too, because that's part of your purpose. That's part of your calling. You're not just being blessed so you can have a better life. You're being blessed so you can be a blessing. You're being healed so you can help heal others. You're being lifted so you can lift others. You're being transformed so you can show others that transformation is possible. God is about to surprise you, and the surprise is that your life was never really about you. It was always about what you could give, what you could share, what you could contribute. It was always about being a vessel, a channel, an instrument of divine love in this world. It was always about making a difference, leaving a legacy, touching lives. And that's what's about to happen. You're about to step into your purpose. You're about to walk in your calling. You're about to live the life you were meant to live. Not the life others expected you to live, not the life society told you to live, but the life that your soul has been yearning for all along. This is your time. This is your season. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt keep you stuck. Step out. Step up. Step into everything that's waiting for you. Because it's all there. It's all available. It's all possible. God is about to surprise you, and your life is about to change forever. Believe it. Receive it. Live it. This is your reality now. This is your truth now. This is your life now. Changed, transformed, renewed, forever.